Now, the last type is a bird that can be deceptively interesting. It still kills. It's an owl. Owls are hunting birds, but here's what they do. They kill at night. You don't know they're killing you. I will tell you, they are sucking the living blood out of you, and you don't even know they're doing it. Now, what do I know about owls? Owls love language in facts and details. They are incredibly skeptical. They are the word doubting Thomas is actually an owl. That is where that came out of. Prove it. Now, these individuals are incredibly detail-orientated. If you do not have expertise in your area, if you do not know what you're talking about, these guys will dismiss you. They crave for expertise and technical knowledge. They cannot see the forest. They can only see the tree. And guess what? Every tree has to be chopped down one at a time. Now, if you're in sales, there's a likelihood that you will not have an owl-like personality in you. This attention to detail could freak you out. If you dismiss it in your prospect, the prospect won't buy from you. So I always struggle in this area. Now, if someone says to you, what do you do as a profession? And they say, I'm a scientist, that's owl on steroids. Anything that has a high technical background, that's great attention to detail, is going to have a DNA like this. Now, if you have a look at the owl, let's just talk about them. Owls are incredibly frugal, but they can really surprise you because they want to pay as least as possible, but something they're passionate about, like their wine collection, they'll pay a fortune. They love perfection. They crave it, they desire it. That's why they take so long, because what are they seeking? Perfection. I don't know if you've ever met them, but they will tell you the typing mistakes in your proposal. They will ask you questions that no one has ever asked you, ever. And you're almost going, why is this important? Because they cannot see the forest, they see the tree. In organisations, they sometimes exist in the accounts area. Send the proposals to them, because what do they like to do? Here's what they like to research. I want to send you the proposal before we meet, because what I'd like you to do is just spend some time reading through it. And I'd like to get your feedback. And please, Mr. Owl, go into detail. And they go, great. I can go into detail. I can give my love language. Yes, you can. Because your love language is facts and details. And I want you to give me feedback on the detail. And you go, wow, I'll wait. I'll stay up all night. Classic closing technique on an owl. Very difficult. Hey, John, it's apparently, hey, Steve, it's, mate, I'm telling you, you know your stuff. Fair income, it's like, I meet a lot of people, and a lot of people, they don't really understand what we do, and they don't understand this industry. It's clearly obvious to me that you're a bit of a, how can I say it? You're a bit of a guru in this area. Can I ask you some questions? Because, I'm always learning, and I figure I could actually learn a lot from you. That is a great love language. Because what they are, essentially, is frustrated professors who want to get on a pedestal and show you their knowledge. And if you can actually turn it around and allow them to teach you what they've learnt, you'll be amazed. And here's the close. So, Steve, based on your research, what would you do? They are incredibly logical and they have to go with their own findings. Get them to find it and then they'll fall in line with it because then they have a lack of congruency that they can't live with. One of the most amazing sales organisations is a company called Cisco. Cisco is a sales machine. Cisco purposely deals with most organisations at an IT level, at a senior level. But not only that, middle management tends to be ours because they're in the IT area. You know what I'm talking about? IT technicians, people who look after IT infrastructure. By default, they always, in the sales engagement, take two types of people. What's the first type of person they bring in? Is the BDM. The BDM is an eagle. But they don't just bring in an eagle, they bring in the sales engineer. They call them pre-sales engineer, technical consultant. What personality do you think the technical consultant is? Why? Because have you ever seen two owls speak? It's like they're making love. It is a different planet. And what they do is they line up an owl with an owl, but why they don't allow the pre-sales engineer to be in there by themselves? Because owls have a notoriety of actually talking the customer out of the sale because by default they're perfectionists and find fault in their own products and tell the customer. It's weird stuff. Guess what the BDM is doing underneath the table? Kicking the owl when to shut up. Because guess what the BDM does? Closes it. One opens it because guess what? I can always trust an owl. Because I can trust people who have got a technical background. That's why builders sometimes are good salespeople. They don't know it because they're builders. That's why plumbers and electricians sometimes are really great on site because guess what? They're an electrician. If I could just turn that energy from that technical nature and turn it into a sales, it would be amazing because they have something I haven't got. They've got the trust of the customer based on their expertise straight away. Brilliant stuff.